Couple of things before we get too far into this. First of all, if it seems like I am sinking at any point during this review, it is because it has come to my attention that I am probably going to be needing a new office chair in the not-too-distant future. I think this one is spent. Also, you will notice that in this past week, I did not do a favorite and most hated of 2022 like I'd been doing for the last couple of years. I've been doing a YouTube channel. Again, this is because other projects have been demanding my immediate attention, and the channel has become a bit of a secondary priority. However, I can say with certainty that in terms of most hated, the absolute most hated thing of 2022 for me was either going to be licorice pizza or this. You know, it's funny because the last time I uploaded a Netflix review, I was saying that in the epic battle between the Munsters and the Addams Family, I pretty much went with the Addams Family every single time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, leave it to Netflix of all things to finally figure out how to snap the streak, because I have finally found one time when the Munsters was actually better than the Addams Family. Well, okay, maybe better is a bit of an exaggeration, but at least more watchable by comparison. I know I said the Munsters movie was boring and a Technicolor nightmare, but when you compare it to Wednesday, at least it still kind of felt like the Munsters. Like, yeah, it was filled to the brim with Halloween-themed dad jokes, but, you know, so was the original Munsters. Like, I'm pretty much every 60s sitcom had that going on for it, so yeah. But whereas Rob Zombie's Munsters was just boring for the most part, Wednesday? Whew, Wednesday. I can't remember when talk of this show started, but I was definitely there for it, and I definitely had my thoughts of, oh, I don't know about this. I mean, yeah, I admit, an Addams Family show centering around Wednesday probably wasn't going to appeal to me by default, being the guy who prefers Uncle Fester and all, but you know, it's still the Addams Family. It's still got that macabre sense of humor that I love about the Addams Family. So I figured, you know, I'll check it out. Worst case scenario, keep your expectations low and you're rarely disappointed. Then it finally debuted on Netflix, and despite my low expectations, I still ended up disappointed. This is not an Addams Family show. This is literally every young adult CW caliber high school drama starring Wednesday Addams. That is what this is. Don't even trip. Basically, name a trope about your favorite high school drama. I guarantee it's in there. Yeah, it'll have a bit of a macabre Addams Family sort of twist to it, but yeah, it's definitely there. You got the cliques, you know, in this case, it's like vampires, werewolves, sirens, and stoners. But they're all there all the same, you know, we got the cliques. We got Wednesday, who's the kid who's too cool for school, man. I'm rebelling against my mom because she sent me to this school. You can't tell me what to do. And of course, we've got the sparkly girl who speaks entirely in memes and Gen Z slang, and oh my god, she is so sparkly and rainbow colored. Oh, it is obnoxious. It's all there. I'm not even gonna name all of it off. It's just, ugh. I did manage to watch my little 3-episode sampler of this show to get a feel for it, but honestly, by the time I got done with episode 1, I already checked out. I was already done with this show, and it was just unbearable to sit through. I can't even begin to put it into words. I guess some of this was my fault. I mean, yeah, the show was going to be centered around Wednesday Addams and only Wednesday Addams. I mean, occasionally you'll see Morticia and Gomez, but there was no Uncle Fester. There was like maybe one shot of Pugsley in the 3 episodes I saw. It's clearly all about Wednesday going to school. You're not going to see the Addams Family here, and I've heard some people comment that who they got to play Morticia Addams was a very weird choice, and I can kind of see it, but that's probably the one place I'm willing to give some degree of leeway to. Everything else about this show just hard pass for the rest of my days. Bottom line, I hated this show, and if I did a most hated of 2022 list like I did with the last few years, this would probably either be first place or second place, undisputedly. 1 hat out of 4.